Alrighty then, hello, good evening YouTube, welcome back to the Cannibalism Games channel, and today, I am going to answer your questions. I got a crazy good response on this one. 213 total comments on the video. This is without a doubt the best response that I've ever seen, so that's amazing. Thank you for asking me stuff. But now the best part comes where I get to stand here for the next 3 hours and answer everything. Let's go! Did you know that switching to Geico could save you 15% or more on car insurance? False, my friend. Switching to Geico can only save you 14% or more on car insurance. It's been a long-standing lie, one of the worst embarrassments of television. I mean, they had it for a while, you know. They said it back then and it was true, but after all these years, inflation and all that, you know, the numbers have changed, man. It's sad. It's sad. Coke or Pepsi? Wow, neither. How about this one? How about some Fanta on your ass? Yeah, if I had to pick, I'd go with Coke, but only because Coke Zero is at least drinkable. Who will you root for when Martin retires? Hey, that's a question I had to ask in 2005. Blaney's second on the list right now, and I don't see that changing unless something crazy happens here. So, yeah. Get the focus on the Smithfield. Bacon is good, man. I had some a few days ago. Well, technically that was a few weeks ago, but the point is it was good. Would you rather have Mark win the 07 Daytona 500 or have Truex win the 2016 Daytona 500? Oh my god, is this even a question? 2007, obviously. Truex has a fucking championship. I'll take that over Daytona 500, to be honest. Even though that's more prestigious than the championship at this point, to be perfectly honest, but yeah, what you gonna do, man? What you gonna do? If Ty Dillon was a feminine hygiene product, what would he be? Ooh. You see, you kind of have to think that Austin's the name brand and Ty is kind of like the Walmart brand. And I'm not well versed in my feminine hygiene products, but I do know like Tampax is like the name brand. So like whatever the great value version of that's gonna be. That's my answer. Can you try to pronounce this name without looking anything up? Guyanus Antito Cuampo? Antito Cuampo, I think. Guyanus or Giannis or one or the other. Yeah. That's probably wrong, but I think that was the point. Are you going to make an IROC NR 2003 series in the future with several champions from the 3 series? Actually, what my plan was going to be was to do the Trans Am IROCs and run a series during the winter between the off season so that there's something to actually watch racing related, but that is a cool idea. I do like the idea of the champions, but I don't know. If you had a car company, what would it be called? Ooh, that's interesting, because when I was 6 I made up my own car company, which was basically just Honda and Hyundai combined. But the cars were decent. The cars were decent. One of them was a V12, so I obviously knew what I was doing. Would you rather watch a full NBA game or watch a race where the top 3 finishers end up being Logano, Ty, and Ben Rhodes? Well, that would never happen. So this is a lesson in futility. This is an exercise in futility. There is no reason to even think about it. But you know what? I don't hate the NBA. I just don't think it's that interesting. So I'd probably watch the NBA game. Do you think Rockingham, North Wilkesboro, Rockingham, and Nashville Fairground should return to the NASCAR schedule? Yes, obviously, all of them. Along with Evergreen and what else? Nazareth, which is far gone at this point. Pikes Peak. Yeah, whole bunch of tracks. That's not even counting the ones that actually still host home track races, like Myrtle Beach, New Smyrna, fucking Thompson. You know, all these freaking tracks that are so much better than places like Pocono. Have I ever stepped on a Lego brick? Probably when I was really little. I think it's kind of overblown. I think there's worse things to step on, but if I ever stepped on a Lego brick, it must be like a repressed memory because like I don't even remember it happening or it being bad if it did happen. So I guess that's another part of childhood antics that I got to miss out on. So screw me, I guess. Did Dale Earnhardt's death start the downfall of NASCAR? You know what? I don't think so. And you want to know why specifically? The reason is 2001, 2002, and 2003 were like consistently the best seasons of actual on-track racing. 2011 was great. 2016 was also great, but they pale in comparison. Especially that those consecutive years, like 3 full years in a row where the racing was that good, and like 2000 was decent, and so was 2004. But like 01, 02, and 03, like there's maybe 10 bad races between all those seasons, and that's saying a lot, considering how awful racing's been in recent years. So I wouldn't say that it's Dale Earnhardt's death that caused the downward spiral. Obviously, I would blame the Gen 5, and Chase, but beyond that, I really don't think that it was Dale's death. If you were able to take out all the rich kids out of NASCAR, who would take their spots? Well, you see, the problem with that is that everyone is a rich kid now, so that would leave no one in the sport. But obviously, the obvious replacements would be guys like Austin Terrio, Matt Kenseth even at this point. Corbin, he could be in a cup car, you know. But, yeah. Terrio's the big one, obviously. And, yeah. Just go to, like, your local dirt track and find the guy without a sponsor who's, you know, racing in his heat, and he fights the thing all the way around the track. Pick that guy up. Give him a contract. Why not? Do you want to build a snowman? Oh, fuck you. Fuck you. I'm banning your ass from my channel. I fucking just finally got that shit out of my fucking head from when I had to play it in fucking college band in 2015. God damn it. Fucking Disney and that terrible ass music. What is your opinion on NASCAR implementing their plate package in the All-Star race? Well, it's probably gonna suck, but hopefully it doesn't. I mean, I was gonna make a video on it, but at this point, it's like what hasn't been said. Basically, what I put on Twitter: bigger spoilers good, the aero ducts are good, restrictor plates are not good, and why can't we just take off the fucking splitter? So, yep. I really don't want to make a video on it just because I've been saying the same shit for years and no one fucking pays attention back then, so why are they gonna pay attention now? Honest opinion on Lupton's shit luck. You mean his shit driving talent? What? He's been a hazard on the track all season. I don't even know what happened. He was just meh in years past, but now he's fucking trash. He's a caution waiting to happen every week, and it's just been terrible. I don't know what the fuck you're thinking about, but whatever. If Casey Mears were to return to Cup, where would he go? He'd go to a shitbox car that wouldn't accomplish anything. He'd probably be in the 72, but, like, yeah. If he's ever coming back to Cup, it's going to be awful. So, hopefully he doesn't. Hopefully he does Stadium Super Trucks where he's actually able to have a chance of being successful. Is it me or Michael McDowell really picked up his performance level? You asked this question days before he qualifies 9th at Bristol. Well, apparently Roush is actually being a full-fledged ally of theirs now instead of just being in name, so that's good. He finally gets to show that he's worth a shit. Finally. It only took this many years. He gets a win at Road America and then he gets kicked out of a team he helped build. Sounds a lot like Casey Mears. Is the reason that you hate Logano is that he beat Martinet and Pocono in 2012? Yes, as a matter of fact. You got it. I've only said it 1,000 times, but you got it. Honest opinion of Boston. Well, I have nothing against them. Their debut is one of the greatest albums in history. Yeah. I mean, I really don't have anything to say about them. They're good. They're good. I have nothing against them, man. What beer will you drink on your 21st birthday? What I want is straight Jack because that shit's good, but I don't know. I'll probably just have whatever's at home that day. Actually, no. It's gonna be my birthday on a Tuesday, so I'll be here. So I don't know. I don't even know where the liquor store is in this town. So I guess we'll have to wait and find that one out together. Will you go to a Cubs game if you actually go to Chicagoland? Well, it's starting to look like if I go to Chicagoland at all, it'll just be for the races. There's a chance, but it's more likely that I'm going to Phoenix at this point. So I'm going to say if we do go, I mean, I want to try to, but I don't know if it's going to happen. Are you continuing the Corbin Forrester NASCAR 2 Heat Season 2 mode? No. It's a boring, like I had 2 more races recorded, but they were boring. It was just below the quality of stuff I wanted to put on the channel, like Need for Speed and NASCAR 2005. Like, those are 2 good series. Watch those. NASCAR Heat 2 Corbin Forrester season was going to be boring. Trudge through a mediocre game, so. Will there be a NASCAR 06 Let's Play? I don't think so. The physics engine is a bit different from NASCAR 07, but I don't think it's different enough to justify another full 112 part playthrough. And speaking of 112 parts, we're going to be on 2005 for a while, so don't worry. Don't worry. Is Midco still working fine? Yes, as a matter of fact. It hasn't had any issues like it had back when we first got here. I want to give a shout out to the guy that came and actually fixed that, but I forgot his name. It's been so long, so sucks to suck, but yeah. Midco's actually working. Do you still play NASCAR fantasy commercials? I don't, but I should, because they're getting to that point again where the race is, like, boring, and I'd rather count commercials. Who do you hate more, Matt Tifft or Brandon Jones? Can I say all of the above? Fuck them both for the same reasons. Absolute talentless hacks who wouldn't be in the sport if it wasn't for money, and they have absolutely nothing that justifies them being in the fastest cars in the field. Is the gas station album still happening? You know, every morning I wake up and I think, you know what, maybe I'll record some music today, and then I never do. So if I actually am not lazy for once, which is looking unlikely, maybe someday it'll happen, but I've been saying that since 2016, so I don't know, man. What's the best Cup race so far this season? Favorite Kamikaze Games video that you've made? My goodness gracious, way to self-advertise. I'm gonna have to go with the shorts compilation one, which I was hoping was gonna be what I posted a few days ago, but was actually just as good. It felt like a robot chicken, and I love that show because I'm immature. And yeah, I like that. You should do it again because it was good. And I'm lazy, so. Will you do an F1 Let's Play? Well, you see, Toxic bought me F1 2016, but I played it on stream and I was terrible. I've had F1 2012 for several years, but it was like installed for a few days, and I was just like, well, this is taking too much hard drive space. Boop, gone forever. I would like to, but like the thing is I suck, so I don't know. If you could expand the Cheez Cup universe in any way, how would you? Like I said, the winter series I want to do. That's about it, really. Just the winter series. I'm very satisfied with the 3 series that we got. I was thinking about doing modifieds at one point, but the thing is the templates suck. So yeah, don't really want to deal with that. It's a work in progress, but I think we're going to keep it where it's at and just add the winter series. Favorite F1 driver? That would be Max Verstappen, the guy that can't seem to finish a single race this year. Will he do it tomorrow? I doubt it. But by the time this is posted, you'll probably have the answer. So, yeah, that's some good shit, man. There are times that Truex wins the race and it's boring, but has there ever been a time where Logano wins and the race was half good? Huh. Gotta think back. I gotta get to these repressed memories and see if there was actually a good race. And I'm thinking like there really wasn't. Like, most of his wins came in 2015, where it was fucking dog shit races as it is anyway, so you kind of got that rooting against. I can't think of any. Maybe one of the races that I missed in 2014 was good, but I doubt it. How do you feel about people who hate on Toyota? Ooh, that's a good old question right there, you see. I feel like people who hate on Toyota just because they're Toyota are like the people who root like against other teams just because like that would be rooting against the Toronto Blue Jays because they are in Canada or some dumb shit like that. But yeah, I don't get it. There's perfectly legitimate reasons to not like Toyota in NASCAR, but the reasons that they go to are so bad that it's not even worth discussing. Do you watch European football? If you do, what do you think about Manchester City literally burying their history? Well, I pretend like I watch European football, but I really don't. If it's on, I'll keep it on, but like, I really don't pay attention to it. Like, if the announcers start yelling, I'll start paying attention, but yeah, I understand the draw of it. Like, it's a high-octane sport, to say the least, but, like, I don't really care that much, to be honest. But, yeah, I'll watch it if it's on, basically. Will Martin Truex Jr. win the championship this year? Well, at the end of last season, I didn't think so. But coming into this year and the runs that he's had thus far, at tracks that he's notoriously been terrible at, I mean, we'll have to wait until Bristol's done. Way to date the recording, but yeah. We'll see for sure if he can actually succeed at Bristol before I'll say anything about the season as a whole. But looking at it so far, I'd say he has a legitimate shot. He just needs to make it to Homestead and he has a legitimate shot, but I don't know. Was WrestleMania 34 the worst ever? I don't think so. I had no qualms with this year's show. I thought it was decent, in fact. Yeah, as it turns out. IndyCar qualifying's on. This is far more interesting than the video I'm making. Yeah, I don't have anything wrong with it. I thought it was pretty good. Will Jimmy Johnson win an 8th title? Yes, he will, next season. I've said it for a while now. Who do you think is the greatest NASCAR driver of all time? Well, when Race Hub did their top 50 drivers list, I was going to make one of my own, but I'm a lazy fuck and I don't do anything. I mean, I'd have an album out if I actually wasn't lazy, so that just goes to show you how things are. Yeah, I mean, I'm legitimately starting to think that Jimmy Johnson's the greatest driver of all time. It sucks to admit, 2009 me is rolling in his grave. But I think he is. Fucking God. Will you make another If I Ran NASCAR video? I feel like I don't need to. I feel like everything that I've said really sums it up already at this point. Like, combine all 15 of the ones I've already made so far, and you basically got like a full-fledged manifesto, to say the least. Will the Cubs win the World Series? Not if they keep playing like they have been. Holy shit, the pitching staff needs to have a little bit of sense forcibly knocked into them, because holy shit. Will you make more game reviews such as NASCAR 09, Madden games, or WWE games? Well, you see, the thing is, I should be doing the 10th anniversary of GTA 4. God, it's been 10 years since that game came out. And I haven't, because I'm a lazy fuck. See? Recurring theme. But like, yeah, NASCAR 09 is obviously coming later this year. Madden games, on the other hand, I don't know. Yeah, I do have Madden 09, so maybe I should make a 10th anniversary on that one. I bet it's already too late. But the point that I'm trying to make is that, will you do a Madden or WWE career series like your NASCAR Need for Speed series? Well, I wanted to do a Road to the Show and MLB 17 the show, but like, I just haven't. Once again, because I'm a lazy fuck. You see, all of my entire life, like all of these questions about if I'm going to do something basically boils down to me being a lazy fuck. Will you continue your Ryan Blaney MLB 10 series? Probably not. That was intended to be a one-off thing because I ordered MLB 15 the show to play instead because it was more up to date. But like, yeah, maybe I will. You want me to play it on like a stream or something? Maybe I will. Would you make a video on NASCAR if gave you complete control over making a track in Indy and what it would be like? Oh wow, I've actually thought this over in the past, and what I wanted to make was a 3/4 mile track, but it's shaped like Bristol, or I mean Martinsville, and has banking the size of Bristol. So basically, it's the length of Richmond, the shape of Martinsville, and the banking of Bristol. That's what I wanted to make, I think. And not the shit banking they have now, the actually good banking. Or progressive banking, maybe that'd be good too, I don't know. It's a work in progress, obviously. But yeah, that's basically what I want. Do any of the Cheez-It Cup Series drivers have long-term contracts with their respective teams? Not yet. I would like to put that together in the big spreadsheet that I have so far, but I've already got a different project going on with Cheez-It Cup Series related things. Maybe I'll figure that out at some point, but for now I'm too lazy. Once again, I'm a lazy fuck. Which driver in any of the 3 series has been the most disappointing this season? Ooh. Well, the way Fox fucking talks about it on their broadcast, you'd think it was Kyle Busch. You'd think he'd had 7 straight DNFs to start the season, the way they've been talking about him, but Jesus Christ, fucking leading the points. What more do you want? As for a legitimate answer, I really don't have one. I guess Ryan Truex to an extent. I thought he was going to be dominating in the 11, but he's only been slightly better than Blake Cook. And I mean, it's a modest increase in driver performance, but like, I thought he'd be getting top 5s week in and week out, to be perfectly honest. So yeah, that's what I'm going to go with. Is this a valid question? No, it is not. What killed NASCAR more, Kyle Busch or Toyota? Well, Toyota, obviously. Injecting all the money that they did into the truck series looked good on a superficial level, but now you can barely fucking race in there. They had to make the fucking engines spec before they could fucking make it any worthwhile anymore. So basically, yeah, Toyota's killed the truck series, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So yeah. But then again, Kyle Busch has killed driver development. And it's not just his fault, but he is a prime example of why driver development was terrible from 2006 to 2011. Yeah. I think they both have equally contributed to the downfall of NASCAR. Will you ever make an NR 2003 series involving ARCA mods? Well, you know, maybe. That is a possible idea. We could run, instead of the IROC Trans Ams, we could run like ARCA for the winter series, but like, do you like hentai? Well, if it's drawn well, yes. Do you like the 90s NASCAR games? Which ones? If we're talking like NASCAR Rumble, then hell yes. But I don't know about the ones that were made before the PlayStation era. So I guess I really can't say honestly. If you had to eat NASCAR drivers as food, who would you eat? That's a very interesting question, as a matter of fact. I guess Ross Chastain, because watermelons? I don't know, funny joke. What's the most boring sport besides NASCAR? Golf, if you can count that as a sport. What cartoon, I'm sorry, the text is really small. I really should have just done this sitting in front of the monitor. What cartoon character is the most appealing to you? Does this count? Does this count? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. Do you like Pokemon? I guess. I have nothing against it. I thought the show was good when I was like 7, so I guess I do like Pokemon, as it turns out. Did you enjoy these questions? I certainly enjoyed something about that. Very interesting set of questions, to say the least. What do you call good racing? The ability to pass, the ability to close on someone, the ability to pass the leader, and the ability to hold a spot if possible. So basically, everything that this season has been not. If a NASCAR track were to be built near your house and you were charged with track design, how would you design it? I already answered that. Can you show us an updated favorite/hated drivers list? Well, I'll flash it up on the screen for you right now. Remember that hated is inverted. Yeah. I guess that's a self-explanatory one. What are your thoughts on the all-new Hendrick Motorsports paint schemes? They're kind of trash, aren't they? Yeah, the whole hexagon thing really isn't jiving with me. Yeah. I don't think any of their schemes are good. The only one that's good is a Jeff Gordon throwback, like, for God's sake. Yeah. Did you ever make a video showing what would happen if your least favorite drivers won championships? Like the Doomsday Trifecta completed. Christ alive. Holy shit. You know, I was thinking about... I had an idea in mind to actually pre-make the Truex winning or Truex losing the championship last year videos, because I had a few different ideas for the scenarios that were going to play out, but like, the fucking Doomsday Trifecta, dude. That might be like the day that I stop making fucking videos, dude. That'd be fucked up. Favorite Robbie Ball's paint scheme, let's say there's only been 2 of them, and I've only designed one of them. So, what's your advice on making a good gaming channel? Not great, just good enough for me. Well, first of all, don't sell yourself short. That's how they get you. And like, you kind of have to accept the fact that in this era of YouTube, it's pretty late to be getting into the actual channel game, like gaming channel scene. Like, I was too late, and that was 5 years ago, so. I guess really what you have to do is play the games that you want to play. Like, for example, like there was times where I was dreading putting in NASCAR 08 just because of how bullshit the game was and how stupid the physics engine is and how painful it was to do those races. Like, there was actually a point where I was like, I just don't want to do this. And like, when you get to that point, you just stop having fun altogether, and it's really just not worth making the videos at all at that point. So really what you want to do is find some games that you're good at, and then try to have fun playing them, basically. So, you have to let your own style develop. If you try and be someone else, it'll really show through. So you need to develop your own personality if you're going to be having commentary and stuff. And there are several gaming channels that don't have commentary, so it's very possible to actually be successful without using commentary, but you just have to try and be yourself. If there were no leeches this year, who would win the most races? Well, Allgaier, obviously. In all 3 series combined. I've decided to sit down for the remainder of this video because my body aches from all the standing. So, you just recently started getting back into the NASCAR and heard about the package, mind explaining. So basically, the package that is happening right now is the spoiler is practically non-existent, the side force is still way too high, and the splitter is still way too large. And the tapered spacer is preventing anyone from being able to actually, drive the cars. But you see, I think with the the amount of downforce actually on the cars at this point, like, I think taking off the tapered spacer would actually make the racing worse. They need to put on a godforsaken spoiler. Like, it's not that difficult. Put on a spoiler. But like, the fact that they shrunk the spoiler even more, but didn't do anything about the splitter again, that took away any advantage that the previous year's packages have had. Like, when you take away the size of the spoiler, it greater emphasizes that the splitter, and the more that you have to rely on the splitter to generate downforce, the more clean air is going to be gone, because when you're behind someone, the air that they're getting on their front splitter is giving them all the downforce in the world, but when you're behind them, none of that air can actually get to your splitter. So you've got no downforce whatsoever. And the more that they take away the rear spoiler, which is the only thing generating fucking downforce at this point behind the leader, like, it's no wonder they can't pass. Like, let alone the big pocket of air that forms in between the cars. So they can't bump draft on actual, they can barely do it at the plate tracks anymore without actually having to get out of the gas and all that. It's just a mess at this point. It's just no wonder that the racing's fucking dog shit, because all the fucking engineering that's going into this completely ignores the fact that the fucking drivers behind the leader can't drive. But the Aero Ducks, let me just say, apparently from what I saw in the actual Indianapolis Xfinity race, that wasn't that good, guys. Calm down. From what I saw, the Aero Ducks actually did make being able to drive up on someone possible. But the fact that they put the restrictor plates on restricted the fucking speed that they could have to actually complete the pass. They had to have someone pushing them. That's stupid. It's stupid. WrestleMania thoughts. I already said I thought it was pretty good. God fucking damn it. This fucking... Why? Why does it do that? Why? Point is, I thought it was good. No qualms whatsoever. It's a good show. I ignored a few matches because I just wasn't interested. So maybe those were bad, but like overall, I thought it was a pretty good show. Will Jake Arrieta be good in Philadelphia? Well, he's probably better than everyone on the team, so I'm gonna say yes, but like they put him to the minors, like that's fucked up. The only good thing about 2015 was his fucking bullshit. Who, if Truex was to retire, would become your new favorite driver? I think I answered this already, but I was gonna say Ryan Blaney, unless someone crazy happened. Last one, please punch Matt Tifft if you meet him in Chicagoland. Well, I'm afraid I can't do that because that would be assault, and I don't need to get thrown out of the race. Or maybe I do. That would make a good video, getting thrown out of Chicago. That would make a good video. Describe your Discord server in 4 words. Completely and utterly dead. That's what I would. It's dead. I miss when it was active. Would you rather A, watch Martin Truex Jr. win 6 more championships, or B, have Logano announce his retirement today? Now this is a tough one because when I saved this comment, I was thinking it's obviously Truex winning the championships because that would mean that Logano wasn't winning the championships. But like, he's gonna be in the sport for another 20 fucking years. And I would like for that to not happen, personally, but hey, who knows? So I don't know. I'm gonna have to go with B after all, you know? If you could bring any new car manufacturer, excluding Dodge, into NASCAR, which one would you bring in? Well, the obvious answer is Mazda, because I made those templates, and they're actually kind of baller, so I kind of wanted that to actually happen. I don't know who would actually make a good stock car is the thing. Like, who would make a not hideously disgusting stock car? That's the biggest question. Byron or Elliott? Bowman. What food do you hate the most? Ooh. That is an interesting question. Usually it's favorite, but what do I hate the most? Well, I don't know, because I don't eat food that I hate anymore. I don't know. I'm thinking about like those kid cuisines that had plastic ass fucking food. That's literally just preservative. Like it's like not even food anymore. It's just preservative. I don't fucking know. I have no idea. I'm sorry. I can't answer that. Do the 1 chip challenge. What on earth is that? $99? Give me a break. $40 per gram. Are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, let's get the one for 60 cents. How about? Haunted ghost pepper chips. Well, you know what? I actually had Doritos Blaze a couple of weeks ago, and like, it doesn't even taste good. Like, it's hot, yeah, but like, it doesn't even taste good. It did, yeah, Blaze numbed my mouth. That is true. It did numb my mouth. But like, it wasn't that bad. It just tasted bad. That's it. I'm not paying $99 to get it, but maybe I will. Favorite ice cream flavor, dude? Gonna have to go with the Rocky Road. I love soft serve, personally. But like, yeah, Rocky Road's pretty good. Do you watch Phineas and Ferb? You know what? I did. Every day while playing Animal Crossing. I would have been 11 or 12. Some good ass shit. That's a good show. What is my favorite episode? I don't fucking know. You think I know the names? Back then we didn't have TV guides, dude. Will you ever do a NASCAR Thunder 2003 series? I did part 1 back in May of last year. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I am. Because I'm terrible at the NASCAR Thunder games. I don't know what else to say. I'm just not good at those games. Who deserves a good Cup car better? Ross Chastain, Ryan Sieg, Bubba Wallace, or Michael McDowell? Well, you see, the difference between all 4 of them is that one of them actually has a win. Okay? One of them actually has an Xfinity win. Just gonna leave that out there. When will you finish the Dukes of Hazzard Racing for Home for PS1? I have been thinking about that occasionally, but you see, the thing is, yeah, I didn't save the game at all, so I'd have to play through the entire thing again, and it's just not easy game. So the actual answer to the question, I don't know. If you were your favorite food, would you eat yourself or be a cannibal and eat everyone around you? That's a good question. Yeah. Actually, if I was my favorite food, I'd like be a self-advertisement on this channel for them. But then again, if everyone was my favorite food, we'd have a problem on our hands, because then there would not need to be any reason for them to have advertisement. Would I eat myself or eat everyone else? That's the question here. Well, people already asking me which NASCAR driver I'd eat, so I guess people already assume I'm a cannibal, so may as well go with what the crowd's thinking here. Who the fuck is Sloom and why is he sending me creepy Woody pictures? You know, I ask myself that sometimes. And the honest answer, he's JonTron. Don't believe me? Look it up. When will you like Logano? It'll take a Christmas fucking miracle. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't think it's gonna happen, but if it does, it'll be quite the fucking day. I think that Jimmy Johnson's the greatest driver of all time, but I still don't fucking actively root for him. That's how fucking much I hated Johnson, so. And I hate Logano more, so. Favorite song from Firepower? That's a good question. I did listen to the whole thing on its release day. Lightning Strike's very strong, Firepower is very strong. There was another one, but I don't remember the name. Obviously, I never bothered downloading it, so I guess it wasn't that good. But like, yeah, there was a good one in there, but I'm looking at the list now. Yeah, it was somewhere in the middle of the album that was really good, but yeah. Overall, solid album. I did like it. It was a good album. Have you seen the Power Rangers movie released in 2017? I did not see that one. I don't think it came to the theaters in any town that I lived in when it was released. So, yeah, that's a problem. And I don't really feel like pirating it, so I guess I'm not going to see it as a thing. Look up Shrek Plays NASCAR. Your opinion? Oh, wonder what this is going to be. Oh, no. Oh, that's good. Top quality, top notch, 10 out of 10. Worst song released in 2018 yet? Wow, that's a good question. I haven't been listening to radio lately, so I don't know. Oh man, have I even listened to? I've barely listened to anything this year. What's Demi Lovato up to lately? That's a problem. Oh, looks like Nicki Minaj just released something on the 12th, so I'm gonna go with that. Have I played ATV Off-Road Fury since I got it? I didn't play the original yet, but let's see. Here it is. Got it right here with me. Right here with me. Hell yeah. I've been loving it. Even though this was a complete mistake, and I shouldn't have this, I still love it. Am I excited for Incredibles 2? Yes. Oh, man. I wasn't at first, because I had a bad feeling that, like, they weren't going to be able to live up to the original, but, I'll be honest, seeing the commercials and stuff, I'm getting hyped, dude. They better not let me down. How would you rate The Human Centipede? Honestly, I still haven't seen it. I'm sure that is amazing to some people, but like I still haven't seen it yet, so I'm gonna have to watch it first. I need to have an honest, critical assessment before I can say anything. So, you think the Spyro remasters are true, and would they impress? I haven't even heard of this rumor, so I'm gonna say they're not true. But I think, yeah. It depends on which developer gets it, I guess. That's a big important thing. Favorite Fear Factory albums not including Demanufacture and Obsolete? Well, that's an easy one in that case. That would be Mechanize, because like that's a very solid album. Worst song I've ever heard. See, the problem with this one, I heard it one time, and I was at work, and it was playing on the radio, and like I wasn't even paying attention at first. It was just in passing, and I was just like working and stuff, and then I just stopped for like a second and listened, and I was like, this fucking sucks. And it was horrible. I don't know what the name of it is. All I can say is that it was just bad. It was indescribably bad. That's how bad it was. I don't know what the song was. It's been killing me for the past 2 years, okay? I don't know what the name of it is, but it was so bad. It's soul crushing, dude. It's soul crushing. What's the worst Kyle Busch moment? Easily 2011 Texas when he killed Ron Hornaday for no reason. Favorite WWE superstar as of today? Well, still in love with Seth Rollins. Finn Balor is amazing. Do I support the current chase/playoffs format? No, get rid of them all. They're all horrible. How long will it be before you stop watching NASCAR entirely? At the rate this season's been going, could be soon. Gonna be honest. Will you redo NASCAR Away Career Mode? God, no. I just want that game to go away. I already had to repurpose an entirely different save once. I don't want to have to do that again. I really, really, really don't want to do NASCAR Away anymore. Who do I think is going to win at Bristol? Before he wrecked in practice, Kurt. Thanks, by the way. Now, I don't know. How would you react if you got a new baby brother? Fucking what? Mom! That'd be my fucking reaction. I'd be calling up my mom going, fucking excuse me. Are you not aware of the current financial situation? I'm 20 years old. I do not need more fucking brothers. How do you feel about Pokemon and my favorite Pokemon, Jigglypuff? I have nothing against it. I'm just neutral, okay? Kamikaze, can you dab? If this question had been answered at the start of the video, I'd actually do it, but like I've done it enough time. Why is there a picture of a kid in a bathtub on the TV? What the? These local ads are fucked up. Yeah, if this was early into the video, I'd already do it, but like I've dabbed in so many videos at this point, I don't want to do it anymore. I don't have the energy, okay? Favorite IndyCar driver? Well, it was Rossi and Hinchcliffe, but at this point, Robert Wickens is my fucking main man. He's my main man at this point. Which Logano race win pissed you off the most other than his Daytona 500 win? I wonder which! What are your honest thoughts on Chase Elliott? He was overhyped and he was never going to live up to the hype. He's a good driver, but he's not good enough to win races. He's clearly getting the push at Hendrick. He's a 10th place driver. They rushed him to Cup. And yeah, that's about it. If I had to pick a game developer to make a NASCAR game, who would I pick? Between those 5, can I pick none of them? Can we have like... I'd pick EA first and foremost, but like, can we please... You know what, the last time that I said, can we please have a new developer start making, we got NASCAR Heat Evolution, so... 2K, hey! There's an option. I don't know what they make, but like... Games these days just suck. That's the overall problem. Overarching problem is that all games these days suck. Your top 5 YouTubers... Oh, man. I'm going to have to make 2 separate lists because people will probably get offended if I don't. So I'm going to start with my actual top 5 favorite YouTubers, the main inspirations, the main people that I watch on a weekly basis, and then I'm going to go to an entirely different realm and I'm going to talk about actual NASCAR YouTubers because I feel like if I don't mention any of them, people will be pissed. So my top 5 favorite NASCAR YouTubers, probably in no particular order, would be NASCAR Nixon, Lombard Bros Gaming, David Land, What If Racing, and JC1424. If you were not included and you're watching this, you gotta give me more praise on Twitter, basically. As for my top 5 most favorite inspirational YouTubers, I'm gonna have to go with Uber main inspiration for the channel. You can see I tried to be him in my first year on the channel. Just watch the hard time playthrough and you'll understand. I was just trying my damnedest to be. Beyond that, you also got, he's not an inspiration because I watched him after I started making YouTube videos, but many a true nerd actually watch pretty much everything he puts out. High quality stuff, and they're long videos too, so that's very helpful. Another big inspirational one was Penguin Zero, otherwise known as Critical. I desperately tried to be him also. You see, the thing between him and Nova is like they're two completely different styles, but like when you put them together, they mesh. And number 5 is Sargon of Akkad. So there you go. That was a very disjointed and heavily edited top 5 favorite YouTubers list. Who is your favorite band or artist? Static X. Fear Factory's great. Bee Gees are also great. Phil Collins is also great. And yeah. What track do you think should return / make a debut on the NASCAR schedule? Montreal. I didn't say that earlier when we were going through all those other tracks that need to come back. Suicide Guy, me and a friend of mine find you really good, and this might be a big question, but can you play Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing on the PC? Or else we're calling Ty Dillon to call you out again. Well, I can't play it on PC, but I have both Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing games on PS3. Does that count? Does that count? Hopefully that counts. Are you going to make more of those reviews for the GRL races like I did on April 1st? Well, you know what? First things first, I need to be able to participate in them. And considering how things have gone lately, I don't think that's going to happen. Why do you like the Cubs and Chargers? Well, Cubs is because my entire family was Cubs fans, and Chargers is because that's the team I always played on. NFL. ESPN NFL 2K5. So, yep. What do I use to make my thumbnails? Microsoft Office PowerPoint, bitch! Seriously, I do. Opinion on WrestleMania, I've already said it, I thought it was good. Give us a quick review of the last movie I watched. What was that? Last movie I saw in theaters, I think, was Paddington 2, which was way better than it had any right to be, by the way. What would I do to Ty Dillon if I saw him? Nothing illegal, if that's what you're asking. Target or Walmart? Good God. I have not been to a Target in years. Yeah, like the last time I was in a Target was probably 2014. Holy shit. I mean, it's a lot classier than Walmart, so it's got that going for them. Opinion on Toys R Us closing. It's fucking vindication. That asshole that was a dickhead at Toys R Us several years ago, he fucking got what he got what he got coming to him. And now Toys R Us is out of business because of that guy. My video changed the world. If I could go to a Cubs game between any team and at any park, who would they play and where? Well, obviously in Wrigley, they'd have to play. I mean, if I could have gone to their World Series win in Wrigley, that would have been fucking intense. But who would I trade on the Cubs to get Bryce Harper? What position is he even on? I don't even fucking know. Who's been trash this year? I don't even know. All I know is that the pitching's been trash. I really haven't gotten any qualms about anything else yet, so I guess I'll have to get back to you on that one later on this season. Opinion on Shohei Ohtani. Yeah, apparently he's pretty good. He's pretty good. Favorite TV show from when you were younger? I don't know, dude. Like, how young are we talking? Like, are we talking early learning, or are we talking like edgy 10-year-old shows? Because, like, that's two completely different answers. No, both of those are Blue's Clues, okay? Both answers are Blue's Clues. Worst SpongeBob episode. Oh, man, there's a lot of them. There's too many to name. I can't name one. Who will win the F1 championship? Well, Vettel's going to win every single race. He's going to win, like, every race except for the last 3. And Hamilton will win those. But Vettel will die in the race and get no points. And Hamilton will win the championship. That's my prediction anyway. Least favorite meme of 2018. Oh, God, there's been a lot. Loss. Fucking loss. Is that this year? That's terrible news. Can Truex go back to back? I already answered that. Yeah. Where will Larson finish this year? Well, if he can get through the fucking chase, he could win the championship, but that's never gonna happen according to his engines. Favorite non-racing game ever? I wonder what that could be. Could it potentially be my favorite game of all time? No, it couldn't be. Could it? Could it possibly be? I don't think it is, man. Will Stenhouse win this year? Doesn't look like it, but I don't know. He's always got a chance at Bristol, so as long as he doesn't die, maybe he will. Will Bane ever win again? I think last year was his last chance. Michigan, where he got a top 5, and Indianapolis, where he nearly won. That was probably his last chances, because unless he fucking goes to... My eyebrows hurt. I've been doing this pose too often, and my eyebrows are starting to actually hurt. Oh god. Do I have glasses? Does it fucking look like it? I've made like 3,000 videos and I've never worn any glasses in them. So, I'm like the only fucking person in my family not have glasses too. How broke are you? That's a good question. How broke am I on this blessed day? Today, actually not bad. Not bad as it turns out. I got $13. $13. Look at that. Fucking rich. What do I think of Corey LaJoy? He's good. Fuck anyone who says he's not. He could be... Could he be an Xfinity champion? Maybe not, but I think he could get an Xfinity win. What's my favorite track? Well, it was Martinsville. But then the last race in Martinsville had to happen. So, now it's... No, every other track is shit compared to Martinsville. Could you possibly do a what if Dale Earnhardt didn't die, or what if Mark Martin won the 07 Daytona 500? Well, nothing really changes if Mark Martin wins the 07 Daytona 500. If anything, it justifies the fact that he came back full time in 2009. Could you possibly do a what if Dale Earnhardt didn't die? I just fucking read that. What am I doing? Would you contact Double E Dude, the Iceberg, and Danny B talks about joining one of their live streams? I've asked in live chat multiple times and they said that they would be down. Well, if they're down, maybe. I guess he called me out on Twitter a few days ago, so I've got absolutely nothing against him. I love Double E Dude's videos. So, I mean, I would. I got nothing against it. Wednesday nights at 8. What am I doing right now? I don't... Like, when I did the Nixon's Takes podcast episode, I actually rented out a room that was, you know, soundproof and tried to use their $10,000 microphones, but... that didn't work. They didn't work! The fucking microphones in this $10,000 studio didn't work. That's just amazing. That's just fucking amazing. Why do I still have these headphones in, by the way? Like, I've listened to nothing for like the past 50 minutes. If they're down, then I'm up for it, right? Alright? If they're down for it, then I'm up for it, okay? If you had enough money to go to any track, what would it be? Well, I've said many times that I would want to go to Daytona, but like, every time we go to Daytona, I'm pissed off. So I don't want to do that, honestly. How many nuts can you fit in your mouth? Well, that depends. How big are they? Are we talking acorns or are we talking cashews? Alright? How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? You know what? When I was like 5, I fucking watched those commercials. I got a Tootsie Pop. And you see the problem with Tootsie Pops? They're so low quality. Like when you actually lick that shit. Like the thing, like when you're like halfway through one of them, like the fucking edges. There's like edges on the goddamn Tootsie Pop itself. And like it's sharp as fuck. Those things are dangerous. I've had my mouth bleed. I just spit everywhere. I've had my mouth bleed from Tootsie Pops in the past, so I don't even want to find out, okay? Have you ever eaten a whole gallon of ice cream at once, crying and nude? Unfortunately, not a whole gallon, only a half a gallon. It was one of those little, actually no, it was one of those pint-sized Ben & Jerry's ones, but yes. Everything else, yes. If your car exploded out of nowhere, whilst on the highway, what would be the first thing you would yell? I probably wouldn't yell anything because I would be inside of an exploding car and dead. So I probably wouldn't yell anything. Have you ever used or shipped shit in a bag before? That's a very interesting sentence to try and say 5 times fast. I have not. I've thought about it, but I've not. Unfortunately. I really haven't had anyone that I would want to send it to. Actually, you know what? I haven't had their address. I've had plenty of people that I want to send a shit in a bag to. Just don't have their address, unfortunately. If a dog walks up to you and begins talking in tongues to you, what would you do? I'd pull out my phone, because that shit would get millions of views. Would you pimp slap someone? I've considered it doing many times in the past, but I don't have any good gloves to do it with, unfortunately. Ever tasted a taste so tasty that it tasted kind of like your child fantasy of tasting a whole bag of sugar? Sadly, no. There's been there's this weird smell right outside of the college. Like when I'm walking up and you go through a certain door, like there's this indescribable strawberry-like smell, and I don't know how to trace it. I don't know if like one of the professors leaves their window open and they have like cheesecake every morning, but like, it's a good smell, man. If you were able to find Ty at Chicago, what would you do / say to him? Look up Alex Jones crashes the Young Turks, and that's pretty much what I do. What is my favorite racing movie? That's a good question. I don't even know, to be honest. Does Fast and the Furious count? Tokyo Drift is low-key a really good, like a legitimately good movie. Would you do a Let's Play on the newer motocross games? Well, those are expensive. You see, the problem with that is that those are expensive. And you know what? If I had one on me, I'd probably play it because I love MX Unleashed. And ATV Off-Road Fury 2, as you saw several hours ago. But, yeah. What would your favorite muscle car be? It used to be my dream car was a 1970s Chevelle. Kinda still is. Settle the age-old debate in a dirt community. Sprint cars or dirt late models? I'm gonna have to go with the dirt late models because, like, whenever I go to the actual track and there's sprint cars and late models on the actual circuit, like, I mean, it's not really late models, it's more hobby stock than anything, but, like, the hobby stock races are consistently actually better than the sprint car races. Like, it's sensational seeing those cars fly in the sprint car cars. Sprint car cars, Jesus Christ. But yeah, I think late models put on a better show. Are you going to play any more Sonic porn games? The only Sonic porn game that I'm ever going to play again is if Babysitting Cream ever finishes, because I promised it. And even then, I'm not looking forward to it if that day ever comes. Do you think 4 Xfinity regulars will win the next 4 Xfinity Dash for Cash races? Well, you see, the thing is, that only Xfinity regulars can win those races, because there's no leeches! And Ryan Preece already won. He's such a fucking great driver at Bristol. So, I don't know if that was the question that you were asking, if someone like Preece was going to win or not. Well, he did. What games other than Thunder 2003 will you not LP for the channel? Now that's an interesting one because most of my games, I'm totally up for it. But like Thunder 2003 and Thunder 2004, I'm just not good enough at it. People will hate it. People will hate how bad I am at those games. I'm not even going to bother doing it. But like beyond that, I'm pretty sure I played just about anything I own. I'm just looking at the games that I have next to me and like I'd totally play all of them for the channel. Well, I guess maybe not NASCAR Racing Season 96 as it turns out, but do I like McDonald's or Burger King? Okay, remember the Getting Over It video? That McDonald's is fucking gone. They tore the entire thing down. I went there so many times as a 9-year-old. And it's just gone now. God, it's crazy. I don't know what it's gonna look like. I haven't actually been inside since like fucking 10 years ago, but I don't have the opportunity to do anymore, obviously. But yeah, it's crazy to think. But Burger King. Not my answer to the actual question is Burger King. Why do I hate Clint Boyer? Ooh, Spingate cost Truex's car and he was barely punished at all for it. Then he got hired to Stewart Haas after complete mediocrity, after 3 years of complete mediocrity. 3 years of complete mediocrity. Then he took Allgaier's car and then complained about it when he could have just not raced in 2016. Yeah. And now everyone's jerking him off. And we'll never hear the end of it. Great. Is stage racing a reason why NASCAR is dying? I would say no. Stage cautions is why NASCAR is dying. But like the package itself and the pay drivers and leeches. Those three things combined. Your powers combined. I am Captain Killing NASCAR, basically. Will Kane ever win a cup race again? Not at Levine, that's for sure. If he ever goes somewhere else, he might, but I don't think he will, to be honest. Do you think Ryan Preece is better than half the regulars in the Cup Series? He's better than pretty much everyone in the country. Ryan Preece is like legitimately the best driver in the country. Like, there's only like 3 or 4 drivers actually raw talent-wise better than him. He's amazing. He's so good. Do you like Michael McDowell? I fucking adore Michael McDowell. He looks like such a nice guy. I just want nothing but success for him. If Brian France got fired, do you think that you'd be a good replacement to run NASCAR? Technically, no, because I don't know how. I've never run a business. I mean, like, I could run a grocery store because I worked at one for 5 years, but as for an actual, like, publicly traded fucking company, I don't think I could. But, like, I'd be a great advisory role, I guess. Do I watch IndyCar? Yes. Who's my favorite driver? It's Robert Wickens. Why do I hate Brandon Jones? He's fucking awful and a pay driver and he deserves nothing. Why do I hate Matt Tifft? He's fucking awful and a pay driver and deserves nothing. Do I like Nirvana? Yep, got nothing against him. Why do I hate Logano? I've already answered that. What's the biggest controversy from NASCAR in the past 5 years? To be honest, 2015 Talladega, that race was a fucking embarrassment. Do I watch any sports besides NASCAR? Well, baseball. Baseball, obviously. And yeah. I'm trying to rapid fire these because I'm starting to get a pain in my neck and my eyebrows still hurt from all the mugging that I've done. What is my opinion of Formula Drift? I've never watched it, so I can't tell you. Top 10 anime fights. Spencer Gallagher tops the list. Spencer Gallagher and John West Townley top the list. Favorite NBA team, don't care about NBA. Favorite NHL team, don't care about hockey. Favorite brand of chips. Those Tostitos, the yellow ones. The yellow Tostitos. Aren't they all yellow? The deep yellow ones. Like the ones that look like you'd actually see them in a restaurant. Do I watch Gravity Falls? No. Do I watch Milo Murphy's Law? No. Do I watch I don't have Disney XD, if that's what you're asking. What show do I hate the most? Teen Titans Go. Where do you want to live in the future? Somewhere in the Carolinas. Favorite Hall & Oates song? I really don't have one. Why is the rum gone? Because fucking Clint Boyer won Martinsville. If Ty Dillon would be out of the 13, who would replace him other than Casey Mears? Well, your next question is, does Justin Allgaier deserve a cup ride? Yes, he can replace Ty Dillon. No, Justin Allgaier deserves better than the 13 car, which would inevitably lose RCR support if they kicked out fucking shithead McGee. What is the worst NASCAR Cup race since 2013? 2015 Talladega, both of them. Do I hate Sloom? Well, that's a question better answered by Sloom. Would you come to a race at Kansas? Yes, because Truex has a legitimate chance of winning there. What is NASCAR's biggest problem right now? The 3 that I mentioned earlier. What tracks, not including the Charlotte Roval, do you think need to get made for NR 2003? Ooh, that's a very good question. Rainbow Road in Mario Kart, okay? Bear with me. I'll have to get back to you on that one because the Charlotte Roval's the big one. Will any of the Cheez-It Cup Series paint schemes ever be made available? They are all available for download. All of them. I just keep forgetting to put the Google Drive link in the actual fucking description. They're all available in my Google Drive. I've just never actually given anyone the link because I'm a fucking genius. Why are there only 34 races in Cheez-Its this year? Because I want to make it. I want to make the Cheez-It Cup series in all three series like my ideal NASCAR, which is why I use that schedule that I made, that I make every year. I think he actually caught it. Jesus. No, it was a mess. Yeah. But like, I want to actually reduce the schedule to about 30 to 31 races because the 1992 season. But yeah. I mean, I don't want to reduce the actual season that much. Like, even 30 to 31 is too few races, I think. But yeah. What's my favorite Bee Gees song? I can't pick between For Whom the Bell Tolls, Alone, and Voice in the Wilderness. All three of them are great. Who do I have for the Final Four at Homestead? I think I answered this at one point. It was like Blaney, Truex, Eric Jones, because I had him in the predictions video. So that would leave one more spot, probably to be taken up by an asshole. Most likely Harvick. Who will win first? Jones, Suarez, Byron, Bubba, or Elias? Bowman! No, I think Jones is winning Bristol tomorrow, so... Way to date the recording. Will anyone besides Harvick, Truex, or Kyle Busch win a mile-and-a-half track this year? Well, if the package didn't suck, maybe, but yeah. They've kind of got it on lockdown. Who do you think will get an upset win this year? I'm upset by many of the wins, if that's what you're asking. So I'd say it's already happened. Most overrated rock band. Ooh. I've never thought about this, honestly. I'm going to have to get back to you on that one, because I've never actually thought about that. Most overrated driver. Most underrated rock band. I'm going to go with fucking Into Another. They're so good. Look them up. It's worth it. Most underrated driver. Most underrated driver. I'm trying to think about like the actual broadcasts and what they say, because like Michael McDowell would probably be on the list. I'm gonna go with McDowell, just because I can't think of anyone else off the top of my head. Which current driver, if any, could win the Indy 500? It's really a question of who's the best at Indianapolis and the best plate drivers. So I think you'd have to probably put Hamlin and Keselowski in the conversation. Even though neither of them have won the Brickyard. What would be worse? Logano dumping Martin Truex Jr. at Homestead for the title, or the Cubs blowing a 3-0 lead in the World Series against the Yankees? I'm going to go with the first option. Have you ever heard of a singer by the name of Blaze Bayley? And if so, what are your favorite songs sung by him? You know, I don't actually know offhand which albums he actually sang lead for Iron Maiden. I'm going to actually have to look this up. I don't know, man. I'm looking through it now, and I don't see anything that I recognize. Wouldn't you agree that the alt-right and SJWs are equally retarded? Yes, I would agree on that. Do you believe we will hopefully see more Scandinavian drivers in NASCAR? And would it be good if more European drivers entered? More Scandinavian drivers, like Scandinavian born or just Scandinavian heritage? Because, like, I'm from North Dakota, so I know a lot of people with Scandinavian heritage. And judging from the way that they drive in town, like, I don't want any of them near a race car. I'm going to completely ignore this because it's a complete bullshit question. Should a manufacturer be temporarily banned from competitive racing for violating emissions regulations in their respective country? I think that's a very interesting idea, and I think that deserves discussion. And I'd even be in favor of it, unless I was swayed otherwise, so yeah. Do you believe underdogs in NASCAR should get way more victories? I think they should have way more opportunities to actually get those victories. And don't even tell me the plate races, because that ain't how it works, y'all. Is Iceland merely qualifying for the World Cup quite an underdog achievement of itself? Well, you see, the thing is, I have no idea what that means, and you established that in the early part of the question. I don't understand the implications of that. I have no idea. I don't know if it's good. I don't know if it's bad. Why do I still watch NASCAR? Because the truck series is good. Is this the end of Jimmy Johnson? That's right, you said it. In before he wins tomorrow, okay? He's going to the back to start. That's a recipe. People are doubting Jimmy Johnson, and he has to start at the rear. That's a recipe for fucking success. By the way, I've been uploading a video the entire time that I've been making this, and it still has 34 minutes left. That's fucked up. What is the next event you're commentating? Aha! Oh, you think that I'm actually doing this for a career, man? God, I wish it soon. I don't know if it's gonna happen even. What is the next what if you have in mind? I've been mulling one over for the past few weeks, and it's legitimately so groundbreaking that it would change the very fucking fabric of NASCAR. Like, it's such a huge change. When am I going to be able to live stream on YouTube again? May 23rd, 2018, y'all. When am I doing another stupid comments video? Soon. But then again, I've said soon for several things, and I always go back to the old adage, I'm a lazy fucking asshole. But yes, I do have about 19 comments saved, so I could probably get one out before the month's over. It all depends on if I get a few more between now and then. But yes, there should be one soon. What's my opinion on David Reagan? Well, I really fucking wish he did better in the 18 when he was in it. I'm still pissed that Jeff Gordon dumped him at Fontana, though. Still pissed about that. A month after the death of Joe Nemechek, how am I feeling? Man, these cars, man. They're dangerous. They're fucking dangerous. We need to change them. We need to adjust how they race. We need to fix it. It's just not okay. Have you heard about Fortnite YouTubers who've sworn? Why is Fortnite popular? Why? It's not even that good. It's just a cartoonish PUBG. And that game's not even that good. My favorite NASCAR diecast ever. Well, to be honest, it's not with me right now, so I'm gonna have to go with the second best. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. What was your favorite race of 2018 so far for the Truck Series, Xfinity, and Cup Series? The race that just happened in Xfinity where Priest won. That's the best race in Xfinity this year so far. And for the Truck Series, even though Leach won, Las Vegas. It was objectively a good race. What if 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9 were even numbers? Man, that'd be some fucked up shit right there. I'd be emotionally compromised, dude. On a scale of 1 to 10, how fucked up is the Discord server? Well, it used to be at 10s across the board, but now, like, it's just so dead that it's not even fucked up. And you know what's fucked up about it is the fact that it's dead. Do you think Pornhub will sponsor a car? Well, actually, they do. I swear I saw somewhere that Pornhub's actually sponsoring a car. So the answer to that question is yes, they are. You're the 69th comment. What do you think? It feels like I've read through 69 comments. I'm fucking exhausted. Honest opinion on the following drivers. Trevor Bayne, trash, but I actually like him. Ryan Reed, trash. Kaz Gralla, good on the road courses, but trash everywhere else. Lupton, complete trash. John Hunter Nemechek, great. Joe Nemechek, past his prime, but I still like him. Lando Castle, I've never heard of this guy. Lando Castle. Very interesting. I'll have to look him up one of these days. Jeffrey Earnhardt, trash, but I like him. Jeb Burton, trash, but I like him. Greg Alding, just complete trash. Corey LaJoy, actually good. Chris Buescher, could be a Cup champion. Spencer Gallagher, trash, but he's too lovable to not like him. Justin Haley, trash, and Maya Snyder, trash. They're all trash. Everyone's trash. I'm sure me editing this is exhausted by Lyle. Like, me in the future is probably exhausted from editing this. And, like, he doesn't know how bad this is. What were your thoughts on Truex when he was at DEI and when he won at Dover in 2007? Well, I didn't watch that race, and I had nothing against him when he was at DEI. I was just pissed at him when he just killed himself and Mark at Talladega in 09 for no reason. What were your thoughts when Truex... Yeah, exactly! See? You fucking knew I was going to talk about that. MLB predictions for divisions and wild cards. I think it's still too early in the season, to be honest. Pirates actually look good this year. What the fuck? That's what I think. Thoughts on IndyCar? and it is better than NASCAR, not only by a mile, but like every race, every lap of every race has been better than several Cup races this year. Thoughts on IndyCar moving its TV contract to NBC Sports? Well, I think it's good because like we get to actually see the races, but the problem is that they can't stream qualifying anymore, and you have to pay to stream qualifying now. That's fucked up. What would be the ideal broadcasting team? Lee Diffie, Casey Mears, and Larry McDaddy. Why haven't you ever gone to Iowa Speedway for the Xfinity/truck race? I know you're poor as fuck, but has anyone in your family been to a NASCAR race? Well, technically, yes. My grandpa's been to Phoenix, and he actually did the Richard Petty experience. But for, if I've ever gone to Iowa, it's just as far away as Kansas. It's no closer than any other fucking track. I'm nowhere fucking near it, okay? I'm nowhere near these tracks. That's fucking the reason. Favorite IndyCar driver, Wickens. Least favorite IndyCar driver, I don't fucking know. All of Penske. Favorite F1 driver, Verstappen. Least favorite F1 driver, I don't know. All of Mercedes. Request for Kamikaze Classic. A random race review in 2014 when Truex got a top 5. Oh, a random race review when Truex got a top 5? You mean the one top 5 that he got all season? Oh man, questions abound. If NASCAR sucks for the rest of the season, just do Truck Series race reviews or IndyCar race weekend reviews. That's a good idea. I should do that. If I had to go back to my 2013/2014-year-old self, what would you tell him? Lose weight, fat ass. That's what I fucking tell him, okay? God damn it. Would you agree that 2015 was a true turning point of your channel, but they took off? I don't know. I think just the fact that I went to college in like late 2015, I made a lot of good videos. Like low-key, August to like December of 2015, I churned out a lot of really quality content. Like Helltober is actually really good. Really good. If I ever got elected president, would I be my Secretary of State? Thank you for the offer. I think I would, you know. Disney bought ESPN. Yeah, they did. Disney's bought everything, basically. They own all of the media, and it's fucked up. Mike Joy or Rick Allen? Oh, I wonder which I would choose. Who do you think would have won the Daytona 500 if the huge wreck on the second to last lap didn't happen? Who had the momentum there? I don't know. I don't know, to be honest. I really fucking wish that second to last caution didn't happen. What rap do I listen to, if any? X to the Z Exhibit, Scarface. That's really about it. I do like me some Ice Cube now and then, but really, yeah, it's West Coast rap. If you had to redesign the NASCAR point system but had to keep Chase, how would you make it? I'd do the point system that I have in all 3 of the NR series, and that's 200 points to the winner. 1. How many videos do you make a day? It depends on the day, because if you count like individual parts being uploaded as a video, then it could be upwards of 30. But like, if it's a recording session, like I'll record maybe 2 hours at most, because by hour 2 I'm usually pissed off at something. Who do you think the Chargers will draft? Please God, be someone good. I don't know, do they still need to work on the line? They might need to still work on the line. That's what I'm gonna go with. Thoughts on Yu Darvish joining the Cubs? He's a fucking magician. He completely choked in the World Series, but beyond that, like if he can work on that, and if he can work on everything else that he needs to work on, I mean, he's one of the best pitchers in the league. And like, he just choked in World Series Game 7. That's about it. So, yeah. Holy Jesus, is that all of them? Oh. Oh. My forehead hurts from the mugging. Oh. Alright. So that was the video. Oh. Yes. So thank you genuinely for asking all these questions. I do like making these videos, but holy shit, is it an endurance. Oh. I'm gonna go lay down. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.
You can just be like, oh, like a fucking banshee.
The video just ends immediately. It knows. It knows. Oh god. Oh, it's so bad. Why? Why would I do this? Why would I allow this to exist?